Hey guys, what's up? It's Merc here for Bullshit Games, and it is another episode of The Quest for Gaming at College. In this episode, I kind of want to talk to you about our D&D group, where I think it's going, and since we only have about 2 months left, maybe how it seems like it's going to wrap up, and we're going to talk about Dark Heresy a little bit, which will namely involve my feelings on modules, canned adventures. The last thing I kind of want to talk about is going to be a discussion about a game that I'm hopefully going to have coming up here for my gaming group at home, up in the pool shed, because hopefully it's going to be getting warm enough to do that again here soon. Coming first to D&D. Our bad luck continues. Monday night we rolled 8 1s and 7 20s. The majority of the ones were rolled in the combat situations. The majority of the 20s were rolled when they really didn't matter. It also doesn't help the fact that we're fighting undead, and when you roll a 20 against an undead, you can't crit an undead. So that kind of puts a damper on that whole kibosh situation, sadly. However, I think there's been some foreshadowing by our DM, and it's kind of creepy. Our dragon shaman had a nightmare in which he watched the rest of the party killed, a powerful evil entity emerge, and essentially dominate the corpses of the party and turn them on the dragon shaman. So that leads me to believe, here towards the end of the semester, we will be coming up against a powerful lich or necromancer or something along those lines. And it's going to be bad. Just bad. However, the DM and I have also been talking. I don't usually look into prestige classes, but because I have the Book of Exalted Deeds, I'm looking into perhaps getting my cleric into sainthood, which is kind of a prestige class, but it's more of a shift of race, I guess, when it comes to D&D, because you're applying a template, which would make him a badass against evil things. And that would be good, because evil things are coming for us, apparently to turn us into marionettes, which is bad. And also, hopefully, we get out of the dungeon soon. We've been in a dungeon since the second week of the campaign, and I think it would be good for all of our characters if we could see daylight again. Now, shifting from the fantasy world of D&D, we travel into the 41st millennium and Dark Heresy, which is the game I'm running at school with a few friends. Currently, we are about halfway through the adventure in the back of the main rulebook. Everybody has reached basically second level in Dark Heresy, which is their second advancement in their career. And I've been enjoying, I ran first the demo adventure that's up on Fantasy Flight Games website, and that was fun. And then I moved right into the adventure from the book with just a little prelude that I made up on my own. The adventure in the book is good, don't get me wrong, but I think it's just more me personally. I don't like running adventures that are pre-planned, pre-made, because I feel doing that, running somebody else's adventure, it kind of ruins the aspect of DMing for me, because when I DM, I like to create my own story and my own adventure, and I don't get that with a canned adventure. So after this adventure is done, I will be taking the group kind of off script, so to speak, and just making up my own adventures. And I think the group will enjoy that a little bit better, because more of my natural storytelling can come through. It's not to say there is anything wrong with modules or canned adventures or games that have ran that way, because sometimes it's just easier. And that's sort of why I started with these two, because it was just easier for me to do it that way. But now that I'm back into the system, we're going to, move on to my own adventures. Now, on top of that, I'm going to allow the players, if they want to roll a new character, because I know what it's like to be locked into a character class you don't really like, because you picked it in the beginning because you didn't know what was really going on, and you're just like, yeah, that sounds kind of cool. So I'm going to give everybody the option, if they want to re-roll a new character. And it's going to come in at the same experience level as they are now, and maybe it'll just give them something to be a little bit more comfortable with in the long run. And I think that's just a fair way to do it. Now, if everybody was veterans of the system and knew what they were doing, I wouldn't throw this option in there. But that's just my preferences. Now, sticking with the futuristic sci-fi theme, but moving a little bit away from the grim darkness that is 40K, I hopefully, here next month, when it gets a little bit warmer, will be bringing back my Friday night game group RPG guys up in the pool shed. And I have the urge to run a science fiction horror game that's going to focus on like undead, mutation, viral, and necrosis. One of those types of games. So we'll see how that goes. I really like the group that I have down here at home, the three guys that come and play. And occasionally one or two other people might come to play. We have a good time when we do it, and I'm thinking that maybe, because it will be warmer and we won't have to worry about our audio equipment crapping out on us, that we might set up the camera on the tripod and record the session. Now, it would be best if we could record the session and just put it up live as like a Google Hangout or a live stream, because it's going to be at least 4 hours probably. However, if I don't have wireless that reaches the office by then, we will instead record them in short, like hour-long blocks and put them up here on the channel probably over the course of a week. And we'll do that for like the first 1 or 2 sessions if everybody's okay with it, and we'll see what you guys think of it. And if you like it, we'll keep doing it to give you kind of an insight into how our gaming goes up there. I'm just going to give you a hint now. While we take our game seriously enough to get things done, we have fun while we do it. Well, sometimes I just throw the rules out the window. Other times we make things up as we go. It's always worked out well for us. So I guess that's a kind of warning now that if we do it, if you're not into that type of roleplay setting, you probably shouldn't watch it. So with our battle reports, when we finally get those up, if you're not into kind of laid-back, more banter-style battle reports where sometimes rules might get screwed up, rules might get changed, probably best not to watch it. We're very laid-back casual gamers, and it's just the way we enjoy our hobby. Now, all that being said, I think it's time for me to go. Hopefully you guys have liked the video. If you did, give us a thumbs up, maybe subscribe, share us with your friends. Now, I'm going to, because I kind of started doing this, I want to leave with a question. My question is to you guys out there, whether you be players or game masters, do you prefer made-up adventures that the DM or yourself have come up with to run, or do you prefer modules? Do you prefer like Pathfinder's Adventure Series, the Adventures from D&D, things like that when it comes to a role-playing game? Which to you is personally more fun? Or if you like them both equally, let us know. And just share that down in the comments below. And hopefully, we'll see you guys next time here on Poolshed Games.